Video 1.1 An Orphan Boy Learns Music. Here's our little orphan. He's from 7 to 10 years old. He's been taken in by a conservatory. We know which one because he's dressed in turquoise. That meant that he was a pupil at the Pietà. He aspires to and is being trained for the world of adult music, which we'll use the Italian term for musica. Musica was complicated. It's the world of orchestras and choruses and soloists. Too much for a little boy to understand in its entirety. So, a teacher could simplify it for him. The boy liked very much his teacher, Leonardo Leo. And this is a piece of music that the boy liked very much, the Kyrie, the opening movement of a Mass by Leonardo Leo. You'll hear fragments of melody that seem to leap up and then leap up again. As I mentioned, this was complicated. The voices are leaping up and leaping up again, but at different stages, lower voices, higher voices. Leo, the teacher, simplified this for the boy, and he wrote for the boy a partimento, plural partimenti. Partimenti are basses, the lower part of the register, to which the child would add, sitting at the keyboard, a right-hand part. He would play the partimento, the written part, in his left hand, and he would improvise the right-hand part with his right hand. So he had to come up with melodies and chords for the bass. Let's listen to Leo's bass first, and you'll hear this same pattern of voices leaping up. The boy is to add the upper part, but where does he get the upper part? Where does he learn what kind of melodies and chords should belong? Well, that's from another simplification of musica. Solfeggi, which is a plural. The singular is a solfeggio. It comes from sol fa, the words for notes. Here is a solfeggio by Leo. It has a bass and a voice part. These exercises go together and were studied at the same time for years. Musica has basses, and partimenti are basses, at least the simple ones. Musica has melodies, and solfeggi have melodies. But solfeggi also have basses, which are the same as partimenti, and sometimes are actually partimento basses. In addition, the boy learns keyboard studies, which themselves are simplifications for two hands of everything that's going on in an orchestra and or chorus. And he also takes lessons in counterpoint, how melodies, high melodies, low melodies can go together and fit well. If he learns these lessons, he'll know what to do with the partimento and how to complete it. The word used is how to realize the partimento, in other words, how to make it come to fruition. Here is a realization of that Leo partimento. If the boy gets to this stage, then we know that something's developing in his mind. All these lessons are working together to create a memory in his mind, a structured memory that we'll call a schema. schemas, plural, or schemata. A schema is a memory, but a memory of a more general thing than just a single melody. As these schemas develop, the boy will begin to hear them in other pieces, and his memory will get richer and richer. Here, for example, is the second part of the same Mass by Leo. It's called a Christe, and you'll hear a more complicated but still related version of the same schema. So we as listeners today may hear the Leo Christe and say, oh, that's lovely. But our boy at the Pietà, when he heard it, he knew what each phrase was doing. He knew how it was put together, what Leo was doing, and he could go to the keyboard and play it back for you. He had become a young professional.